I love where it just becomes a new song for a second. It's a shocking transition, totally not what I expected.
Welcome to Dastardly Hamster, where we try to convince each other of our favorite bands. Today we're going to be doing Rise Against and Give It All. This song is my favorite live song ever. In terms of like actually being in the mosh pit, there's nothing that even comes close to this. And I'll explain why later, where this video came out in 2004, shortly before the American election. So there is some references to that in this. And unfortunately, one of the references did not pan out.
Oh, geez. Well, I really like the last song, but you did warn me that there's not as much screaming, so I'm a little bit sad about that, but it's okay. I'm looking forward to lots of hectic music, something kind of original or unique in the same way that the last song had some original and unique pieces. A lot of good aggressiveness and angst. It's like it switches into a major key. It's one of those things that I find happens quite a bit in punk. I'm trying not to judge it negatively for that because I know that that's more common in style of music. But when I've got like, nice sad music and it just suddenly becomes a major key, it's like, oh, what's going on here? I do like his shout scream. I think he has good control over his voice. I did like the parts where it's sort of veered into singing a little bit.
When you are in the middle of a pit and it gets to that chorus of Give It All, and you have every single person in that show all screaming that line at the same time that they're going to give it all. There's nothing more empowering than that. To just be in that crowd of people who are just like giving all of their energy to that moment. There's nothing I can compare it to. When you talk about like it being happy, yeah, like this is like all of your hope. Like I want it. Give me every ounce of your hope and your dedication and just sing it back to me.
I look forward to showing you Slipknot and Rage Against the Machine crowd participation. Okay, break through the undertow, your hands I can't seem to find. Pollution burns my tongue. Cough words I can't speak, so I stop my struggling, then float to the surface, fill my lungs with air, then let it out. So it sounds like somebody drowning. My first inclination is to go to like a climate change messaging, but it could also be just sort of a self-reflection type thing. They're stuck in their own toxicity.
I will say that this song is not about like a specific issue.
All right, I really like that part. I love where it just becomes a new song for a second. It's a shocking transition, totally not what I expected.
Okay.
I love the focus on the bass sound. The first time it went into that major key, I find it very jarring in a way that I didn't like. On the second one, I'm starting to warm up to it. I can see its place in the song. Still not my preference, but I feel like it's one of those songs that if I listened to it a few times, if I was hanging out with some friends and we were all singing it together, whether it was at a concert or not, I think it's one of those songs that I would develop a nostalgia towards.
Yeah, honestly, it needs to be major, that line, because it's meant to be an empowering line. That's that's really the whole point of the song, is to like empower you to just give it all, right? Minor, it would lose the purpose.
Rock bottom's where we live is the only line that I actually caught with my own ears. It's time to come to our senses up from the dirt. You know, the idea of when you're at rock bottom, that's all you can see. Your world becomes very closed. Time to wake up, both to get out of this closed-mindedness, but also to lift ourselves up.
They're talking about a world that is it's not very positive. You got to find a reason. You got to find something to keep you going, something to keep you pushing forward, something to make you want to yell out and scream, I'm not going to take it anymore, right? And this is about finding that reason and finding something that will motivate you to bring about change.
I'm also getting a let's work together vibe because, you know, backs breaking. So it's saying under tension, which sounds like a personal thing, right? But if you put it backs breaking, it also could be like a workers unite type of messaging. And for too long, these voices muffled by distances, by us being kept apart, we don't work together towards the same goals. Come up from the dirt could also mean let's all work together to collectively rise against, improve our condition, and raise all boats. Interesting singing break. I do find that, you know, he has pretty good control over his voice. I do like that through everything he manages to have a graveliness, which I do appreciate because that was one thing that I didn't love about the, you know, like the emo era. There would be these guys that looked a lot like him and dressed a lot like him a lot of the time that would do, you know, pretty good metal screaming, but then they'd actually sing and it would just break the entire song. So at least he's got a little bit of that graveliness to make the through line between the pieces fit a little bit better.
You're speaking my language. That's exactly what I look for. I love graveliness. Now, did you notice the part that doesn't hold up anymore on the video? Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
There's a bumper sticker on the car that said 4 more years, right? To imply that, you know, 4 more years of Bush. And then so in the video, they take a sticker and they cover it up and says, I think it says 4 more months or something. Just to imply that Bush is going to be voted out of office. Spoilers. Bush got in again. So that part doesn't really hold up. But the rest of it does.
Fuck, who did he even run against the second time? I can't even
John
remember.
Kerry.
Ew.
I voted for the war before I voted against the war.
I can't remember anything about John Kerry except his name.
Apparently his wife is part of like the Heinz empire, like Heinz ketchup.
Super.
1 more month? Yeah.
We give it all. Now there's a reason why I sing. So give it all. And it's these reasons that belong to me. Today I offer up myself to this. I'm living for my dying wish. I give it all.
Didn't hit me as much. It wasn't made specifically for me. And I think I'd have to give it a 3 out of 5 ham stars. If I knew it well enough to sing along with my friends, I think I would have some fun with it. Solid 3.
It's one of those songs you have to be there live. It's just changes the whole vibe of the song. Did you notice in the video, at first they put the sticker up on the tiger cage that says, I spend my whole life trapped in a cage. And then at the end, he puts that sticker up on the like CEO's office.
I saw at the end. I didn't notice the first time, but I saw at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that was kind of funny.
As we were talking about when we were talking about Korn, that people felt very trapped in the pleasantness of society. I really did like what the vocalist was doing. I thought that he had pretty, good vocal control. The instrumentation was good. Overall, I found it a fun song. Not something that I am ever likely to love, but I liked it.
So I give this a 5 out of 5 ham stars. I love this song. This is, like I said, my favorite song to experience live. In terms of like something that gives you hope, that gives you energy, that gives you passion, this is like at the top. The top of the top. I've never heard another song that makes me feel this way. Yeah, just to experience that with like a whole bunch of other people too. This song is special for me.
Well, that's it for us, ham stars. Spin your wheels down to that subscribe button.
And give us a dastardly thumbs up.